Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Falk. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the give, here's Falk. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams just continue to roll. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and 14. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On the counter, it's Smith, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Dancing away at the 35. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Warner. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. 38 yards. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills' offense now for one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago, and a big test for the Bears, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Then on Sunday night, a good one to start the season, the Bucs and Cowboys from Jerry World. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together?
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. looking to throw. He finds, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be out right at the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Smith. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is fielded inside the 5. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Warner. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, here's Warner. He finds his man, complete. That's Holt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
All
altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Warner to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 5th quarter. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. While you forced turnovers, you didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep. So for L.A., you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get the weekend off now as get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons.